ECDL Advanced, PowerPoint, Lesson 26, Editing Charts. Charts can be edited to show data in different ways. The type of the whole chart or a single data series on the chart can be changed. The scale of the value axis and the interval between the plotted numbers can be amended. The way figures are displayed can also be changed. Labels and legends can be formatted. With the charts presentation still open from the previous lesson, right-click the Sales Value axis and select Format axis. As we can see from the chart, no figures below 18,900 are actually displayed. This one here being the 18,900. So let's change the figure in minimum to 10,000. The maximum value is actually 25,000. That's this one here. So let's change the maximum value to 25,000. The interval between each value on the axis is currently set at 2000. Change the major unit to 2500. To change the sales value units to thousands without amending the datasheet, click the drop-down arrow next to Display Units. Select Thousands. As you can see, there are many different values available. Millions and other values can be used. But for now, let's select thousands. With the axis still selected, change the font color to blue. We could do this by going on Home and then changing the font color to blue. So as we can see, that's changed. Alternatively, what we could do is, while we have the axis selected, we could right-click and use the shortcut formatting bar. Next, let's select the secondary axis, the one on the right, and make sure the Chart Tools Format tab is displayed. From the current selection group on the left, select Format Selection. And this is another way of displaying the format axis that we can now see on the right hand side. Okay, change the minimum to 600, the major unit to 100, and the display units to hundreds. Then we want to change the font color to red. So back to Home again. And this time we want red for the colour. You'll notice that a chart title has been added automatically. Change the chart title, that's here, to the words Period 1 and change the font to Tahoma. With the title still selected, on the Chart Tools Format tab, click Format Selection. We want to apply a solid fill of pale blue to the title. So on the right hand side, solid fill, and the colour we want to be a light blue. If we then click on the chart legend, that's this here at the bottom, the pane on the right hand side will change to Format Legend. Apply the same pale blue solid fill. Solid fill, and we want, just make sure we've got the right one, pale blue. And then close the pane. With the legend still selected, which it is, change the font to Tahoma. Next, if we click on a blue column to select the sales value data series, right-click on one of the blue columns and select Add Data Labels. That's Add Data Labels, and then as we go further in, Add Data Labels again. So now we have the data labels on the top. Right click on a data label and select Format Data Labels. From the Format Data Labels pane, select Inside End for the position, and this will move the data labels inside the columns, as can be seen. Next, right-click on a data label and change the font to Tahoma Italic. Next, select the value axis label, that's the word thousands. And again, using either the Home tab or right-clicking and using the shortcut formatting bar, what we want to do is to change the font to Tahoma. We now want to repeat this for the horizontal category axis. That's where it says week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So again, let's right click, font, and we're going to change it to Tahoma, and then press OK. Pictures can be applied to various areas on a chart. With the chart selected, display the Chart Tools Format tab. In the top left of the tab, in the current selection group, is a Chart Elements box. Click the drop-down arrow to show a list of the available chart elements. Select Chart Area. This is an alternative way of selecting a specific chart element. Click Format Selection from the tab. In the Fill section, on the right-hand side, select Picture or Texture Fill. Just underneath Insert Picture From, there's a button File. Click File. What we want to do is to select the file Bridge from the supplied data files. And click Insert as shown. With the Format Chart Area pane still open, that's over here, click on the Plot area of the chart. Select Picture or Texture Fill again, and this time we want to select the file Pink and Blue from the supplied data files. So File, we want the one called Pink and Blue, that's this one here, and then click Insert. If we click in one of the data columns, the Format Data Series pane will be displayed. That's over here. Make sure Fill is displayed and click Picture or Texture Fill. This time, let's select the file CAT from the supplied data files. If we select the Stack option from the pane, that's over here, now it's beginning to look like a pictogram. However, visually this is quite confusing. So let's change the Sales Value Data Series back to a blue solid fill, and then we're going to close the pane. The Sales Value Data Series should still be selected, as it is here because I can see the handles on the side of each of the columns. To change the chart type for the Sales Value Data Series only, display the Chart Tools and then Design, and click Change Chart Type. From the Chart Type drop-down list, for Sales Value, that's over here, select the first of the line chart options and then click OK. Now both data series are shown as lines. To change the chart type for the entire chart, make sure that no data series is selected, and then click Change Chart Type. If we select the first of the column chart options, we'll find that the new chart has only one vertical axis, which starts at 10,000, and the unit sold data, that should be in orange, is not seen. Display the Format Axis pane. So select on the vertical axis, right-click, Format the Axis, and with Axis Options selected, set the minimum value back to 0, and then close the pane. Click on any data column, select Format within the Chart Tools section, and click on Format Selection. With the series options selected, drag the gap width slider down to about 40%. As we can see, all the data columns become wider. Drag the series overlap slider up to about 40%, and then close the pane. Now we will see that all data columns actually overlap. Okay, at that stage, save the presentation and then close it. So again, it's being called Charts. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I look forward to seeing you next time when we're going to be discussing the animation of charts. Okay, I look forward to seeing you then, which will be lesson 27. Okay, see you then.